Good evening. Today is about 6:15 in the evening. This is the Streets and Sidewalks Committee. My name is Bob Phillips. I am the chair. To my right is Councilwoman Lynn Snee, and to my left is Councilman Brock Heath. And we're here to hear about a recommendation from staff regarding final legislation and ODOT resurfacing project on North Market Street from Water Street to Staunton Road. And Mr. Titterington, will you be leading off?
Sure. Okay. We are, in fact, asking that you approve the final legislation. We are asking that you do that by emergency because the ODOT is ready to bid the project. Typically, you would have seen this much earlier. However, there was some miscommunication and the final legislation never got to us to get to you. This is the resurfacing of that section from Water Street to Staunton Road, as you mentioned, Mr. Chair. We have approximately $10,000 budgeted in the 2016 budget, which represents 20% of the total estimated project. The estimate that was made 12 to 18 months ago, somewhere in that line, maybe a little sooner than that, but it was a preliminary estimate. They have provided their final estimate, which puts our 20% at the $14,000. We can manage that amount within the overall budget. ODOT, we're interested in seeing that repaved as soon as possible. ODOT is ready to go out to bid, and so and thus the request for emergency legislation is requested of you.
I don't have any questions. Either of you?
No. Excellent.
Anybody else, Council, Mrs. Baker?
No questions.
Mr. Kendall? Mr. Terwilliger, you had a couple of questions about some items that were related in and around this project. Did you want to ask those in open council or committee meeting? Excuse me.
I had an opportunity to talk to Mr. Titterington and got those answered.
Is there anything that we need to share with the public that may view this?
Well, my questions just was because being the rookie, whether this was already a budgeted amount and that the $14,000 is a percent of the total cost of the project. It's our share. And there was another question dealing with repair of light poles and such, which is happening.
It isn't directly related to the project, but it is something that we reminded Miami Valley Lighting of, and they are looking at that to get that replacement. It has been a number of years since that was removed involuntarily. I will add that the $14,344, as I mentioned, is 20% of the total estimated cost. Once it is bid, then the city's final 20% will be calculated, and if there's any are there any changes up or down, then we will take care of that with ODOT.
Okay, thank you. Anybody else in the audience have any questions, comments from staff? Okay. What is your pleasure on this, ladies and gentlemen?
Go forward with emergency.
Okay, it's unanimous consensus of the committee to move forward as recommended with emergency on this legislation. Any other items to come before Streets and Sidewalk Committee? We are adjourned.